YouTube, it's Corey coming at you with my week 113 and 114 update from VSG surgery that I had in Cancun, Mexico on March 2nd, 2012. So I didn't do a video last week because my family was in town. My parents are in town for 2 weeks, and I was just busy running around getting ready to go to Vegas. So my numbers last week were 250, so it was a maintain. I didn't gain, it didn't lose. I'm just kind of hanging around the 250 range. I still need to get back on track with walking, but I did a ton of walking in Vegas. And my food was good in Vegas. Made good choices, and I did partake in a couple liquid calorie drinks a couple times throughout the evenings, because alcohol was included when we were there for the conference, so that was always a plus. So it was just busy. I mean, we went and watched the Legend show. We went and watched the Jersey Boys. We went down to Fremont Street and did the Fremont Experience. So it was just a very busy event. Learned a lot, which was good. Kind of gives you a refresher to go back and get things going in the direction that it needs to do, or the direction that things need to go, I guess, so to speak. Met a lot of really good people. Had a good time. Went with my boss and a guy that used to work with us, who is now with a different management company. So it was a good time. So with all that, I've had a very stressful week and almost didn't want to fly. So my BMW broke down, the water pump went, and some other high pressure oil thing went, and yeah, so big bucks later, that's gonna get picked up tomorrow. So excited about that. Then my Jaguar's reservoir is leaking, so that was at the shop while I was gone. And then I borrowed a friend's car to drive up here because I didn't want to rent a car, and I didn't want to drive the Jaguar because they were waiting on a part. They said it could be driven around town, but not really long distance. So borrowed my friend's car, and a rock came up and smashed the windshield on my way to Atlanta. So now I got to replace the windshield. So it's been a very stressful week. So I really didn't want to fly because I'm like, what else could go wrong is what I was thinking. But all in all, it was a good flight. It was packed. Again, it's great not having to have an extension. It's always amazing that you can sit in a normal seat on a plane. And I flew Southwest, and they're notorious for putting people that are big off the plane. So I was happy that I didn't need a seatbelt extension. So that's always a great thing to not have to need. So Vegas was good. Walked around, did a lot. Good food choices. So, you know, everything seems to be good. I'm busy this week. I bring my parents back to Charleston Airport on Wednesday. On Thursday, I have to go check on my house and go to the sleep-in property, which is in Beaufort, which is close to my house. And I have to get caught up from a week of not being at my job, and then I get to work on installing our internet, which was completely having to be switched out because it stopped working, and all the replacement boxes are now at my hotel, and I have to find time to install those so that our Wi-Fi is back up and running. So, been a very long, busy week. With that, I did gamble a little bit when I was there. I spent $10 and I won $190.75. So I quit right after that, and that paid for all my expenses when I was in Vegas, except for my hotel and stuff like that. But I get reimbursed for all that good stuff. So made a little bit of money, so that's really good. Paid for all the shows, and it paid for the drinks and all that good stuff. So that was pretty cool. On the Wheel of Fortune, the only game I play, and I always have a limit, and I was like, $10 is good enough because I'm not much of a gambler. So did that. So oh yes, I had 2 drinks one night, and pretty much on an empty stomach we ate breakfast, and then at 4 o'clock we decided we were gonna grab couple drinks. So I had a Bloody Mary, and then it was all right. And then I asked for a spicier Bloody Mary, and it was much better. And about 20 minutes after both drinks were gone, well, it was over an hour that I had the 2 drinks, but I stood up and the world just started spinning. So that's the reason why I am not a drinker. I do not like that feeling, and I had to go grab something to eat because I just couldn't stand the feeling of the room spinning. So I'm definitely a cheap drunk, but we all had a good time, and that's all that matters. So there's really nothing else going on. I got family coming in. Oh, back to traveling. I dropped my parents off Thursday. I got to be at the hotel Friday. I'll work at my hotel for a couple hours, and then I jump on a plane and I fly to DC, rent a car, and drive over to Hershey, Pennsylvania, or Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, for my uncle's retirement party. So I am there for the weekend, and then I am back, and I don't have anything, or I'm not going anywhere until July. But my assistant will be going on her cruise, so I'll be busy when she's not there. So that is where I am on everything. Weight continues to be the same. I do need to get back on track with walking. With walking in Vegas, like, everything seems like it's really close, but it's really not. The first night, I think we walked 3 miles down the strip. Had a great time. And everything's so damn expensive in Vegas. So I can't grasp that concept that people say it's cheap. The only thing that was cheap was our hotel room. I thought was fairly cheap. One day was like 44 bucks at the Luxor, and then the other 2 days were $79, which were cheap, prepaid, non-cancelable, non-changeable reservations, and the rooms were fairly decent. So I recommend that hotel. It was great. And it was right next to Mandalay Bay, which is where our conference was held at. But we would walk every morning over to it, and then sometimes several times a day, because it was a trade show as well. So we would get samples of things, and I would bring them all back to the hotel room, and then I would walk back. So I got plenty of walking in when I was there. So, but my shins are killing me. They hurt, and I wanted to just take a rolling pin to them because they just hurt so bad. I was actually taking my backup cell phone battery charger and hitting my legs really hard with them because they hurt so bad, because I haven't been walking. So my ass needs to get back on track with walking and my fitness and getting that stuff together, and I know what I need to do, and I just need to do it. So that is my goal. My assistant wants to start walking with me again like we used to. So it's getting warm, it's nice out, the weather's great, so just doing all that. And then, like I said, family coming in July, and I go home to New York at the end of July till August, and I'm going to hopefully meet up with Gooch Monster and Lauren. I think are going to come up to Lake George. We're going to go to Six Flags and hang out for the day. That's the plan anyways. I got to get with them and kind of schedule a date or set up a date and get that ball rolling. So look forward to talking with them and getting that set up, because they're in Boston and it's pretty close. If not, I may fly down to Boston for a day or two. Don't know yet, but I'll get to them. So that's it. This is a long-winded video. It's a 2-week ride recap. Everything seems to be going great. I'm happy. Life is good. So y'all take care. Until next time. Talk to you then. Bye.